Hey, yo, what's up, world? How y'all doing, man? Let's talk about closing the gap. Closing the gap, all right? First, I hope you took a moment this morning. I hope you took a moment to stop and thank God for waking you up for yet another day. Wake you up for yet another day for the opportunity to do everything He put you on this planet to do. Fulfill your purpose. Live out your dream, people. Live it out. Make it happen. Nothing's going to be given to you. Nothing. All right? So let's talk about closing the gap. While you're on this journey, while you're on this path to success, you got to understand there's this thing called closing the gap. All right. When you're with your people, when you're first coming up, this is where you and your friends are, maybe your family, so on and so forth. Right? You on the same thing. You think alike, or maybe you might think a little bit different. They may think a little different, but you still, you guys are teeter-tottering doing this thing. All right. As you start to grow, as you start to mature, what you see is you start developing, as you start teaching yourself, financial literacy. Oh, shoot. You start making different decisions. As you start understanding the importance of education. What I mean by education, I don't mean your regular, complete your 12 grades, go to college, blah, blah, blah. Education is so much more than that because there's so many things they don't teach you in high school. They don't teach financial literacy. They don't teach you about taxes. They don't teach you how to beat taxes like the rich do. They don't teach you none of this stuff. This is all about financial literacy. But as you continue to grow, I don't believe, now that I've been growing, you start hearing these cliches like, surround yourself with like-minded people. I don't believe that no more, okay? I don't believe that you should surround yourself with like-minded people because if you surround yourself with like-minded people, there's no challenge. Everybody thinks alike, right? Everybody thinks the same. So where's the challenge in that? If everybody is thinking the same, you have to surround yourself with people who think differently, not negatively, differently, positively differently, with the concept, with the mindset, with the goals to grow, to be better than they were yesterday, to be better than they were last year. So you should always surround yourself with someone who's going and willing to be different and not just want and talk about it, but actually is willing to put the work in, to put the mind and the ideas to action. As you start thinking like this, guess what? You start separating yourself from people that you grew up with, family members, okay? So those of you that are struggling right now because you want more for yourself, you want better for yourself, and you see yourself that causing that gap is being created. And now they're talking to you. Why are you always they're puking in your ear, making you want to come back down. See, what you're seeing is that gap is always going to get closed one way or the other. Either A, you're going to come back down to their level and stop your growth, become stagnant, okay? Or you're going to get yourself mentally strong to the point where you keep growing and either they grow with you or you get so far creating that gap, they just disappear because you can't even see them no more because you're that far ahead. You got to be mentally tough to do that because that person could be a mom, a dad, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, a brother, a sister, people really close, a best friend. Okay? Yeah, I put the quotes on best friend because a true best friend isn't going to try and pull you down. People use that word friends way too loosely. People use that word love way too loosely, but that's a whole nother video. You gotta pay attention to closing the gap. But I would say first you need to learn and focus on creating the gap. You are not who you used to be, so you say. So prove it, make decisions, and be okay with those decisions. Build your net worth by building your mental worth first, by building your mind. They say the mind is the toughest prison to break out of. Okay? Get out of it. Build. Create a gap by you creating this. Force them to, if they want that gap closed, if they're that important to you, if you are that important to them, then they will close the gap by coming with you, not by pulling you down. Feel me? All right. As always, if it's not building your mind, get rid of it. That's your persons, places, and things. If they are not building your mind, get rid of it because it's a complete and total waste of your time. I love y'all. And as always, God bless. Be strong. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share this thing with everybody, at least 2 to 3 people. Hit that like, share button if this helped you today. Much love. Peace.